Idris Etenami Abiodun Usman is the Executive Director of Sustainable Initiative for Nurturing Growth, Nigeria. The organization is non-partisan, non-profit, and non-governmental, with a mandate to catalyze a society that is free of poverty as well as developing sustainably. So guys, as many of you who have subscribed to this channel, or if you have not subscribed, and if you are subscribing, press the red button and also the notification bell. And that notification bell, if you click it, it has a three um icon that it will give to you, and you have to click the one that is saying you need to be getting the updates all the time. If you don't do that, most of the time a lot of people are complaining that oh, they don't get notification, this and this and that. So some people do not even go through that route and they will not get notification. So we appeal to you to just click on that notification button. It will give you how, or tell you what to do, so that you'll be getting updates all the time. Thanks for always being there. All right, well, Idris Etenami, he was the Northwest Information Officer for the Neighbor to Neighbor 2 million campaign, Director of Strategy of Believe Nigeria Initiative, and convener of the Get Involved campaign. He was also the National Publicity Secretary of the Young Democratic Party, and he was being interviewed uh, on Sunday with Sunday Sun. The social crusader advocated for a power shift to the south, particularly the southeast and south-south. And he was asked that what is your take on suspension of subsidy removal by the federal government. He said there is one thing that when we talk about previous government, which is the PDP administration, being corrupt, I don't know why the APC government is displaying high level of corruption. One thing you should know is that they are Nigerians, and whether we like it or not, there is still the same blood of corruption that runs in their veins, especially the elite of this country. Our lifestyle, the way we see power and how we use power, has to be something that is prompted by corruption. So when a group of people are in power, the first thing they want to do is to use the state resources to settle themselves, to use the state resources to empower their constituency, and with that, any available means of doing that, they will use the opportunity. So subsidy has always been an avenue of empowering the few. From PDP government to APC government, what the APC government is doing is that they just amplified it. We started in a little way in PDP government. There is so much in this, and we can really take so much out of the system. So they amplify it, and the next government can also use it to amplify more. But the major challenge is the Nigerian masses, civil society, and people with good conscience. It is like almost impossible for us to believe that we cannot manufacture the petrol we use. We cannot process it, but we know that this thing is not rocket science. I remember when the Buhari administration started with Ibe Kachuku, the then Minister of State for Petroleum. He went to all the refineries in this country and said, don't worry, in the next 9 months, our refinery will be working in the maximum capacity. You look at Kachuku coming from that same sector, you will think he had an idea and he knows the problem. And we then sat and we were looking. 9 months passed, we are still hearing the same story. Finally, he was removed. The same story. The president is still in charge of that office. There was a marching order. Then you ask yourself, what is holding us from producing our own petrol? This government needs money for election. They have to sustain the party. So if you are expecting subsidy to be a thing of the past, that is a joke. The 18 months is not a guarantee. Since APC came into power, we all know the civil societies have been in a sleeping mood. Civil society has shown that they are not independent. The people that control the civil society, the politicians that control civil societies, are the ones that are holding the rope. They know when to release it. They know how to draw it back. We have seen people who were part of civil society organizations become billionaires overnight. We didn't ask of their source of wealth. Civil society has been another cabal of people who choose to hold the society to ransom because they are supposed to be the voice of the masses, but they are now the voice of the elites. So he was being asked that what is his take on zoning. He said, let's look at the old north and south power sharing from 1999 to date. The southwest did 8 years. Power went back to the northwest, which was the north. Yaradua came in and did the 3 years after then he died. Jonathan came in from the south after finishing Yaradua's tenure. He contested. Jonathan used 4 years. What we are hoping is that the south has never ruled this country before. Buhari also came in. Yeah, Buhari himself also came in after Jonathan, and Buhari is going to 8 years. By calculation, the North has used about 11 years altogether. Out of that 14 years, the South West has used 8 years presidency and 8 years as vice president. Southwest is holding the office of the vice president and the speaker. So the Southwest has been compensated well. Then the Southeast is also being marginalized, but then there is a region that has never ruled this country. That is where most of our resources come from. That region by chance produce a president. What is fair and what is right is for them to complete their tenure so that the zone will be circled. Then we can now come back to the north after 4 years because north is also being shortchanged. We know that any northerner that comes into power now would not want to use 4 years. It will be another 8 years. So it will be fair to let it go to that region to complete its own circle, which is the 8 years, and then come back to the north. We should not start afresh again of 8 years and then go back to the south. I think that would be fair because we can't stop zoning. This is a country that there is still no trust among ethnic groups. There's still no trust among the regional blocks. The only way to balance this is through power rotation, and the Southwest should not think of producing the next president. The Southwest has been the one of the major stumbling block in turning a united South. In 2015, the Southwest could not stand by their own southern bloc, which is the South to support Jonathan. And now, again, the Southwest has decided to neglect that same bloc again, who has 4 years more. The only way we can move forward as a country is where we start to see ourselves as equal. For instance, now, an Edo-born child today, what is his hope of ruling this country? The only hope he has to be president is by zoning. So I think the Southwest should do what is right for a united South. The Southwest should allow the South to complete its 4 years. I am from the Southwest, so I'm speaking because I want to see a united South. That is what has been our problem, and it has caused a lot of distrust among us. We don't stand as one, and the North always seems to be but more stronger than us. The South has come together to speak in one, has to come and speak in one voice. Biafra is what divided the South. Since then, we still have not come to build that trust among ourselves. I am calling on Southwest brothers to do what is right, to understand that we cannot stand on our own. We can't win elections if the South East and South are not with us. People use us as example. Obasanjo ran an election and the Southwest did not vote for him, but the Southeast and South voted Obasanjo. The Southwest should shun the presidential. The Southwest should shun the presidential ambition and support a South president. That is the right thing to do. Do you really agree with this man? Let's know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you.